Okay, welcome back to the E-Managerial website. Today I wish to share with you how can we mitigate the web browser risk. This is a mitigation plan to securing the web browser. So the risk assessor, IT compliant, IT governance, and IT auditor need to understand the principle what is the risk come from the web browser. So this is the mechanism that you can address properly. What is the major root cause and what is a preventive control to ensure that the web browser secure when user access the critical system via the web browsing, such as the e-commerce website or internet banking service or smartphone e-commerce activity that performed by any tablet or smartphone by using the browser. So this is a countermeasure to prevent any attack from external attack vector that the IT security or IT assurance is to ensure that the browser security hardening should be timely and properly conducted and maintained. This is involved with the security baseline appliance that the IT security need to come up and apply for all terminal or all user or workstation to harden all browser setting or trigger or privacy or the browser or the cookie management that combine into the security baseline appliance or we call security hardening. So the second is timely update the Windows operating system or any type of operating system or any platform. You should ensure that the patch appliance need to be timely managed and deployment into all terminal related to the browser. So the next is information security awareness should be periodically provided to the college, both of staff and management, especially the social engineering attack technique or honey trap technique or and password management. So when you provide the security awareness, you should include the social engineering attack and you should show the principle of the hacker philosophy and let the user understand what is a password compromise and what is a chance that the fraudster or malicious user try to compromise into the system. We are the cookie stealer, we are the man in the middle attack, we are the social engineering attack, something like that. So the next is browser cookie section timeout, login concurrent, and automate process in the browser should be disabled and use the strongest encryption, especially default setting of the browser. So I think that this area is the most uh, uh, oftenly or most likely that the user require to the automate login process. They may take on the remember me when they log in. This is the, the critical part that allow hacker or malicious user to install the malicious thread or, or application to install the cookie that are stored in the web browser to decode or to understand what is the cookie storing on a web browser. So this is the most a critical area that the IT security need to be focused and examine properly and identify those kind of risks and put a lot of effort and mitigation plan to ensure that this area are fulfilled, compliant and secure. The next is a web proxy duly restrict upon the acceptable use policy or upon the need to know basis or need to have basis based on their duty and job description. In this regard, IT security officer should be mainly focused on content filtering, or we can say the uh, unproductivity website. So you need to filter whatever involve the content of the website and restrict for all access based on the principle of restriction rule. Restriction rule also involved with the asset control list, blacklist or watch list, and also involved with the restriction automate schedule like a Java runtime activity active or side thread embedded in the service in the browser. Sometimes the browser are forced to embed the sales service from the unknown third-party thread. So the browser will be compromised furtherly from the external attack vector, and also involved with the VLAN management. You need to separate or network segment to ensure that attack could not compromise for the all or for the whole network of infrastructure. Also involved with the traffic management. So the IDS or IPS need to be triggered properly and report to the system admin for any abuse threats or for any abuse packet flow, and also need to inspect the host-based firewall. IT security need to harden whatever with the inbound, outbound IP and protocol and port. Whatever involved with the unnecessary port and protocol need to be secure and hardened, and to ensure that all packets are securely transmitted and manageable. So the next is asset management report should be timely carried out as a weekly basis and escalate to the suspicious access or unknown IP to the management accordingly. This is we can say the incident reporting in case of the suspicious or in case of the unknown IP transmit over the corporate network. So the IT security need to report directly to the management based on the requirement to ensure that the risk can be promptly detected from the unknown source of attack. The next is incident handling and response procedure should be in place and available when disaster come, such as a computer emergency readiness team, or we can say the CERT, and also the cybersecurity recovery team. So this is a recovery capability to ensure that for any crisis incur, we can manage that kind of event. So the next is a standard workstation installation application checklist. This is a standard requirement that for all workstation, also the server part, need to apply with the standard application installation checklist to ensure that those applications are authorized and valid with the software appliance. So the last, uh, the two component. One is a clean desk policy and procedure should be strictly complied by staff. This is a disciplinary process that the staff need to be clean up what are the sensitive information and what are the data that you copy and store and put uh, under the secure area like cabinet lock or fireproof or something like that. You make sure that your desks are clean before you left the desk, and the PC need to be locked properly before you leave the office. And the last one is very important. So this policy can be mitigate the risk in terms of data compromise or information security breach or data leach to the unauthorized person. So you need to implement the bring your own device policy or procedure and ensure that the policy and procedure are adhered by the officer in charge, adhered by the all college and management at the organization. So this is principal countermeasure to prevent and detect any malicious attack that compromise via the availability of the web service or web browser that the user may not aware on the security concern. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please like and share.